Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all see this jar? This jar may look simple. Y'all don't know what's in here, but guess what? This jar has, it's alive. It has gut loving bacteria in here. It has vegetables that have been fermented, y'all. Okay, this is what this video is about. I fermented those like 2 weeks ago. So I have made some notes and I'm going to go over them for you all. Okay, so in the past, yes, we've thought about fermented vegetables. We've thought of things like kimchi, kefir, kombucha, sauerkraut, miso, onions, and cabbage. So, a friend of mine just out of the blue just started doing this. So, I wanted to try my first little batch. So, like I told y'all, I got the jar right here. This is a quart size jar. I got that from Dollar Tree for $1.25, y'all. And so the vegetables I got, those were fresh vegetables out of my mom's garden. And all I needed was some salt. Not just no any type of salt. I'm going to go over there with you. So you can use fresh raw vegetables. Have you considered things like, or have you even thought about fermenting things like squash, zucchini? You can even do your stone fruits like your peaches, your plums, your strawberries, and even your blueberries. Okay. So, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. So, I'm going to suggest that you contact your physician before you begin any changes in your diet, okay? So, fermented vegetables have a lot of benefits, but I'm going to let that be last because the directions are easy. So first, you want to gather your vegetables of choice. You want to wash them, but you want to make your brine while you're getting your vegetables ready. You want to use I use tap water, but you can use distilled water as well. You do not want to use iodized salt. You do not. So you can use things like pickling salt. You can use kosher salt. Okay. Um, you can use Himalayan salt. Um, I wouldn't use the pickling salt because it's so full of sodium, you know. So, like I say, next you want to wash your fruits and your vegetables. You can even do green beans. All right. You want to cut them into bite sizes. All right. You want to place your vegetables or your fruits in a jar. All right. And then after that, what you want to do is you want to pack it. I'm gonna tell you, I even used rosemary and I used herbs in mine. I did. So give me a minute. The tablet don't want to work with me. So next, after you get your vegetables packed in, you want to pour your salt brine over it. You want to make sure that your the water covers your packed vegetables or fruits. Okay, and after that, you want to use a weight. For me, I used a sandwich bag filled with water and I placed it on top to kind of keep everything submerged under that water. Well, you can also use a cabbage leaf. Place that cabbage leaf on top of your mixture to just hold everything underwater because if not, it will mold. Trust me. All right. Then once you get that done successfully, you want to put the top on there. All right, and have yourself a bowl or a plate because you will want it on a plate or in a bowl because it's building up a process. And that process is called lacto fermentation. So it's just like a soda. If you were to drop a bottle soda, and you see how it fizzes up, well, the same thing is happening to the jar. Pressure is building up inside. So after that, if you get that done, all right. So basically, like I said, it's called lacto fermentation. So you're gonna let that sit out at room temperature. That's why it's called fermentation. You want to let that sit at a room temperature, um, anywhere from 24 to 48 hours. Like for me, I let mine sit out. I didn't forget about it. I let mine sit out for like a week and a half. And when I tasted it last week, it actually tasted pretty good. So, and so uh you do want to, like I said, you want to keep it out at room temperature for anywhere like 24 to 48 hours. In between, you want to come in and you want to taste your vegetables to see if they are to your desired liking. Okay. All right. So once once your vegetables have fermented, you will want to place them in the refrigerator because this will stop the fermentation process. All right. Okay. Now, um, for me, for this quart jar, I use 1 tablespoon of coarse sea salt. I did. All right. So I don't have the size chart. I do, but I can link it in this video for you all. Okay. So, alrighty. So, we're going to go over some benefits of fermented vegetables. First of all, improve digestion. The fermentation produces beneficial bacteria and probiotics that help to improve gut health, reduce inflammation, and aids in digestion. Your metabolism improves. The fermented foods help regulate your metabolism by promoting the growth of the bacteria gut that produces fatty acids that have been linked to weight loss and improved blood sugar control. It reduces the risk of chronic diseases. Studies suggest that fermented foods may reduce the risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. All right. It increases microbiome diversity. Fermentation introduces a variety of beneficial microbes to the gut, enhancing microbiome diversity, which is essential to your overall health. And guess what? It reduces food waste. Fermentation does. It's because it extends the shelf life of foods, reducing food waste. Especially if you know that you have some vegetables in the refrigerator that you may not feel like cooking. Cooking takes longer. Well, all you have to do is wash your vegetables, cut them up, and do your brine and throw them in the jar. And guess what? It'll be ready. At room temperature, no heat. I'm just saying you don't have to cook. It'll be ready within a few days. Okay. So, it enhances your nutrition value. The fermentation process breaks down complex nutrients. The availability of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants are more accessible to your body that way. It boosts your immune system. The probiotics and beneficial bacteria in the fermented foods help your immune system protect against infections and reduce inflammation. All right. Like I say, do not use iodized salt, okay? Because iodized salt can affect the beneficial bacteria and also the final outcome of your fermented vegetables, like the color, texture, making it mushy, and the taste can be a little bit off itself. Plus, salt inhibits bad bacteria. All right. Okay. Again, like I say, you can use coarse sea salt, a non-iodized salt. You can use pickling salt, Himalayan salt, or pink salt. Okay. All right. I hope that you all have gotten something out of this video. Now, let's get to preserving our food, okay? Which will be good for our good health. Okay? All right. I'll see y'all later. Y'all be blessed, okay?